Welcome back to Avowed. I think this is it. There's like maybe we might have a couple more videos left, but I'm not sure. We gotta go talk. We're in Paradise, Siege of Paradise. We want to clean up the mess here, which I'm pretty sure means one more fight with Ludwin. Alright, let's go talk to the leaders. I wish you could take all of your companions for the last battle. We gotta go speak with the leaders. Where are they at? They're over here somewhere. Oh, up here? Let's do a save right here.
Envoy? Is it really you?
It is. You thought I would be dead, didn't you?
Nihala told us you went into some place called the Garden.
The God.
To seek a god?
When you didn't return, we took you for dead.
What did you see there? The god you felt in
Quilici.
Nakutadek?
The origin of the Dream Scourge? It was the act of a god this whole time?
Everyone, please, please. We could get to the bottom of this if you would only let them speak.
It's been weeks, Envoy. What happened?
I met the God of the living lands and freed them. I discharged my duty to the Emperor. I ended the Dream Scourge. Whatever I say, you won't believe it. Forget the Dream Scourge. Why does it look like you're at war? Let's do this one. This one.
Finally, a ray of sunlight shines through the storm cloud.
I will not grovel at the envoy's feet for solving a plague I am not convinced was real.
If you wardens ever bothered to pull your heads out of your asses, you wouldn't take such pride in your ignorance.
You know nothing of me or my people, you fucking pirate!
Warden Commander, look around you. Is this really the time?
We believe the Dream Scourge was a malady of the soul. How did you put an end to it, Envoy?
I met the God of the living lands and freed them.
Sabadal was responsible for the Dream Scourge. Their rage, their confusion, their fear.
But the plague isn't over. Dream Thralls still litter Shatterscarp.
There won't be any new infections. We've put a stop to that for good. Unfortunately, there's little we can do for those already in the grip of the Dream Scourge. We can give them comfort, nothing more. This will be a process. The Dream Scourge was never going to simply go away overnight.
I suppose it stands to reason. I found that a quick fix is often anything but. What of this god, then? What does it mean that you freed them?
Sabadal is the God of the godless and the God of the living lands. Wodaka imprisoned Sabadal in the garden. I let them out. Experience I had with Sabadal is my own, and all you need to know is that it's over. Let's do this one.
Wodaka no doubt saw Sapadal as a threat to her authority. So, she killed the godless and imprisoned their god.
I assume it is this god we have to thank for the roots tearing apart Paradise? They erupted from the earth the moment those bastards stood up their first siege tower.
Nakutadek was riven with those things, not to mention what they did to the land.
We saw similar destruction at Nakuku Bell. If these roots and the Dream Scourge are the work of a god, and the gods thought it best to imprison this god, how could you let such a creature go free?
Sabadal deserved a chance to make amends. I could no more leave a young god to rot in a cage than I could a kith child. I was afraid of Indirian invasion and Wodaka's return. They did not mean to hurt us. I could no more leave a young god to rot in a cage than I could a kith child. Deserve a chance to make
Let's hope
amends.
they don't decide to further amend themselves by coming for our heads.
It was Adir's arrival that disturbed Sapadal. We'll have nothing to fear from this god once we expel you from our lands.
Sapadal's power ravaged my people. I don't know that I can ever trust it.
Keeping watch over Sapadal was a sacred task Nandru gave us when he left. For that reason alone, my wardens owe them their allegiance.
Well, whatever happens, I suppose we can't put the godling back in the bottle now.
But come, we have more pressing matters to attend to. The Steel Garrote have attacked Paradise.
Inquisitor Ludwig has already joined the battle. She must have traveled like the wind to get here so fast.
I distinctly remember killing Ludwig.
You did. I kicked her corpse when you weren't looking. Just to be sure.
Well, she's seen better days, but you wouldn't know it judging by how she fights.
Ludwig's plowed through the militia like a knife through warm butter.
All right, let's keep the similes to ourselves.
No matter where I go in Eora, she's already waiting for me. I really thought I killed her for good. She's gonna try and kill me again, isn't she? No matter where I go in Eora, she's there waiting for me.
Oh, cheer up. You wouldn't be the first to make that mistake. Might not be the last either, depending on how things go. So long as her passion for Wodica lives, so too will her spirit.
Then we destroy her faith, and the rest of her will follow. I have a theory about this. Let's talk at camp if you want to hear it. But I think we can kill her.
Oh, good. That'll be easy.
It is not, I think, impossible.
What did you know about this attack, Ambassador? What are we doing standing around? We have to stop her. Enough of this yammering.
Well, you might not believe me, but I didn't want any of this to happen. It was Ludwig who called for the attack.
I didn't hear an answer, Ambassador.
She and her steel garrote laid siege to the city shortly after you beat her to the garden.
Do we know the state of the city? What's the status of the opposition? What are your plans for a counter? What does Ludwig hope to achieve here? Why did she decide to attack Paradis
Because
now?
a victory here would discourage resistance elsewhere. The better question is, why didn't you stop her?
Excuse me? She's a 7-foot-tall skeleton powered by her devotion to the goddess of retribution. This isn't my fault.
Sure. Just blame the dead woman. Very mature.
Who else should I blame exactly? Our envoy, perhaps? For not stopping Ludwig and the Tusks?
You could start with blaming your own incompetence.
Giada has a point.
Ludwig's the muscle. I'm merely the personality. What was I supposed to do? Frown her into submission?
What good are you as a diplomat if you can't even keep your own beast under control?
The Inquisitor was so convinced the Living Lands would unite against Adir that she's nearly made it true. One people, one law, one true God. That's Ludwig's vision for the Living Lands.
You think the Living Lands would stabilize under Adirian rule? Did the Steel Garrote explore any alternatives before deciding to attack? Ador could set a new standard for greatness in the Living Lands. Is this what the Emperor wants?
The Inquisitor answers only to Wodica. In attacking Paradis, she has dragged us all far beyond the bounds of the Emperor's desires.
Living Lands, did the Steel Garrote explore any other alternatives?
What passes between Ludwig and her men, or between Ludwig and the Emperor, for that matter, is not my affair. But if I had to guess, this was the alternative.
Your empire is doing what it does best. Stamping out dissent until surrender is the only option.
Your republics are hardly any different. Their intentions in the Deadfire were certainly not pure.
As you say, we left the republics for a reason.
You think the Living Lands was stable under Adirian rule? Adir could set new standard for greatness in the Living Lands.
Oh, I can't wait to see how you weasel out of this one.
I know it will. We are leading by example, returning order and dignity to Paradis in the wake of the Clavager's death. We will do the same to the frontier, given the chance.
Where was order and dignity when the Steel Garrote attacked my home?
My administration had nothing to do with that, as I know you know. Adirian rule and rule by the Steel Garrote would be markedly different beasts.
Spoken like a fucking diplomat. Splitting hairs when it all comes from the same head.
Order and dignity. That's what you think we're missing? Bastards! All of you!
You will take it all, whether the chance is given to you or not.
What happens
I've
next?
answered your questions. Now I would like you, all of you, to answer mine. Ludwig has sent a message to the Emperor informing him of her attack. He will send advisors and reinforcements swiftly in response. What will his representatives find when they arrive? A new colony? A budding grave room?
What's a
Before
grave?
you face Ludwig, you should know what you're fighting for. All of you must decide, together. But whatever you decide, understand, the days of the frontier are done. Adir will come. Indeed, we are already here.
From what I know, what I would like to do, what would becoming a colony entail? I'm not familiar with the Griffin. How does that work?
The Living Lands would retain its own laws under a grave appointed by the Emperor. The grave would be expected to promote and develop the Living Lands to our mutual benefit. They would divide the island into administrative districts and see them governed by mayors appointed from the local communities. The island would provide tribute in the form of resources and taxes, and in times of war, soldiers. The Empire, I should note, is nearly always at war. In return, the Living Lands would enter Adir's sphere of influence, and should outside nations attempt to invade, we would come to the Grave Room's aid.
Who would be our grief? I assume the assembled leaders have thoughts. Tell me about the other
course.
possibilities. What would becoming a colony entail? What about a united Living Lands? Why are you and I involved? I already know what I'm fighting for, Ludwig's invasion for the Living Land. What about united Living Lands?
Envoy, no. Do not suggest that lightly. Think of the Emperor. There would be reprisals. Ones which this conclave could not survive, fractured as you are. Not unless you came together and formed a nation of your own. It would be difficult. No, impossible. I'm certain you would fail. Think of your people, all of you. Think of the lives at stake.
Well, let's see. I guess we're going to have to make a decision here somewhere along the line. I assume the assembled leaders have
Though I'm
thoughts?
hardly eager to work with any of you. I like the idea of twisting beneath Adir's boot heel, even less. So long as the Wardens can continue our vigil. I'm open to uniting, if you are.
It's a nice idea, but consider the costs. If we walk away from a relationship with Adir, we're leaving a lot of trade on the table. But the people of Thirdborn have friends in the world. I'm sure we'd find our way through.
With the Envoy's support, we'd have a god in our pocket. What could the Empire do to stop us? When my people return to Fjord, we could create such miracles of animancy, the Living Lands would become the breadbasket of the world.
What do you guys think?
We deserve our autonomy, even if we must fight for it. Anything less would be surrender.
Fleeing someone else's laws and authority is one thing, setting up your own is another. We're an island of misfits and dissidents. We'll still have to surrender some of our autonomy, and we won't agree on what that means overnight. We'll be vulnerable. Without allies, other powers will see us as ripe for the picking. Know that this is a hard road to walk.
We were fine before Adir came. We'll be fine when they're gone.
I think we ran things perfectly fine before your kin got here.
Well, let's see what Sapadal says.
Rest into bounty. Does the winter frost dissuade the seeds? Many fruits on our boughs.
Not that this makes sense anyway.
We graft many leaves into strength.
Of course.
I know what I'd like to do. Why are you and I involved in this decision?
That's what I would like to know.
You have seen more of this land and met more of its people than any of us. Your opinion is informed. You were empowered by the Emperor himself to investigate an impossible problem. And against the odds, you solved it. You are the close personal friend of a rogue god. And in our dealings together, I found you to be a person of substance and conviction. But mostly, it's because you're a Diran, so I trust you. And these fine people here are going to do whatever they like if they don't agree with you anyway.
I know what I would like to do.
Don't leave me in suspense.
It would be best if the Living Lands became an official colony of Adir. I think we should attempt a Griffin. I believe we should fight for a united Living Lands. I must stand with Ludwig and the Steel Garrote. Well, after all of this, how stupid would that be? Why is that even in there? I think I'd let these people do their own thing here.
Oh, gods have mercy.
Sorlus and her wardens stand vigil with the Living Lands.
By grit and steel, Thirdborn stands with the Living Lands.
Fjord and her animancers stand with the Living Lands.
We deserve this opportunity. Thank you for believing in us.
Fighting a battle together is easy. I just hope everyone's willing to stick it out when it comes to the politics.
This guy.
They made the right decision for once.
Finally, some sense permeates the proceedings.
On your head be the consequences. That leaves the matter of Ludwig and the Steel Garrote. She will never surrender, Envoy. You must kill her, or we will lose
did that once already.
Paris, and eventually, the island.
Then I will meet Ludwig on a battlefield, let no man stand who rises to stop me. I will then defend Paradise with my life, even if it means the wheel of the wheel.
The Living Lands will never be free until we break the chain around our necks. Ludwig must die her final death.
She better say her goodbyes while she can.
I'm proud to fight at your side, Envoy. One last time.
Let's get to work then. We've got a walking corpse to bury.
The Paradise militia will be at your back. Give her no quarter. The future waits for you.
Thank you for trusting
Thank you for deserving it. Now, go and teach the Steel Garrote a lesson they will never forget.
Show them that the Living Lands will not be broken across Vodka's knee.
We will send reinforcements to help you reclaim the Eastern Gate. From there, work your way to the main plaza.
Understood.
May all the gods of Eora and the Living Lands protect you.
Let's take back the city together. Show the Steel Garrote how the Living Lands takes care of its own.
Let's go free a city, shall we?
Alright, let's go back to camp and see what Giada has to say about killing. Ludwig. I'm not really sure what she's gonna tell you. I mean, alright, what's she got? Who else has got something to say? I think Yatsley has something? No? Somebody else had something to say. Marius. Let's talk to Marius first.
You should get some sleep. Big day coming up.
I see you're still up.
Right. Things feel different now. Wrong, somehow. I've been in a lot of dangerous situations, but it's always been a fight to survive. It's just a fight. Putting my life on the line for someone else's cause. It's the opposite of survival. It's foolishness.
You're right. Doesn't make sense, but sometimes you can stay back in camp if you're afraid. I need you ready to fight, Marius. You've been fighting for my cause all this way. Why is this different?
You helped me through some rough Sokka, Envoy. Your cause became my cause at that point. We're about to go out there and risk our lives for what? A concept of how things ought to be? We might die, all to determine who sleeps in the nicest house in Paradise until the island decides it's time for a change. It's fine. Really. But it's some blessed day Sokka when you think about it.
Glad you're with me,
Right.
Marius.
Careful you don't get stuck in all that sap. I'll be all right.
Alright, go talk to
You
Gianna.
go
What's
get
she
some
gonna
rest
say?
fast.
Can't sleep? Neither can I. We're going into battle for the soul of the living lands, rallying under the banners of the Paradise militia. Your emperor will not be pleased.
Screw him. I have influence in the court. My report on the living lands will change minds.
Political influence is dangerous. If you aren't careful, it can turn against you. When a godlike fights in battle, people take note of which side. The Adirans will doubt your loyalty. The locals will doubt your commitment. You may even doubt yourself. This is
How
the
we gonna
first
kill
time you
Ludwig?
were told to pick a side. And I fear it won't be the last.
The living lands accepted me for who I am. I can't forget that. My soul is from the living lands, but my heart belongs there, and I'm gonna go with this one.
All we ask in return is that you do the same for us. From what I understand, your ambassador is very persuasive, very powerful, and very accustomed to getting his way. For a politician like him, losing a battle is not a defeat. It's an opportunity. When he promises you the world, don't listen. He'll fill your head with lies if you let him.
I noted. Thanks for
I'm
the
glad
warning.
we understand each other. It's good to see you fighting for the misfits and rabble-rousers. Time for you to get some rest. We have a big day ahead of us.
She didn't. We're going to cross paths with Ludwig again. Are you concerned?
In truth, I'm not as worried as I used to be. I've been thinking about the Inquisitor. Formulating a theory, you might say. A Death Guard clings to their existence by force of will. Stubbornness, unfinished business, that sort of thing. Ludwig is held together by faith, and that may be her undoing.
How so?
Faith is the foundation of her reality. Faith in the righteousness of the gods. But according to her faith, Sapadal should not exist. A new god independent of hers? Blasphemy. By that logic, you shouldn't exist either. And yet here you are.
How do I use that to my advantage?
By
That's a good
staying
question.
alive, of course. You
yeah.
are the godlike of a heretical god. A contradiction to her reality. Can you imagine how much she needs you to die? Her entire worldview depends on it. Who knows? Maybe that uncertainty is enough to make her mortal again. Or maybe not. I'm just theorizing as I go. Whatever happens, I want to see it for myself. For the research.
For the research, huh? How do you feel about the future?
When I
of the
agreed
living
to
lands?
travel with you, I didn't think I'd find myself at the center of a political upheaval. So imagine my surprise when you gave the living lands a chance to unite, to prove itself, and to stand tall before its enemies. Granted, it was an uphill climb. The Dream Scourge exposed our weaknesses, our vulnerabilities. But thanks to our struggle, the island finally knows itself. Now we can decide who we want to become. I can't wait to see what we do with that freedom.
Freedom was always yours. That dare had no right to it. I hope the living lands is up to the challenge.
Either way, the challenge is ours. No one can take it from us. But to answer your question, the future looks bright for a change.
Are you worried about the outcome?
Is it really that obvious? No matter who wins or loses, the living lands won't be the same. In my heart, I know that's a good thing. Life is impossible without change. And change can be frightening. I just want to put this behind us. I want it to be over. Not before I've done some reading.
Okay, we're good. She's good, right? Yasli's good. Yasli, you good? She's good. Kai's good.
So, the living lands
Marius is
going
good.
it
Let's check
alone.
out one other
exciting,
upgrade
but
possibility. Let's
I
see
wouldn't break
something here. I don't think I have anything else. What about my armor? This is fully upgraded. Okay, so that's as good as that's gonna get.
Break out the
let's
good
see what
stuff
that
just yet.
breaks
A deer
down
and
to.
ship.
What does this break down to? Dragon hide, a toadstool, and Adraban. But that doesn't help me upgrade the pride, right? Because I need 6 glasswood 6. Is that all I needed? I thought I needed more than that. No, there it is. It breaks down to 6. I need 14. Yeah, that's what I thought. I needed 14. Did I read this one right? Upgrade. Ooh, we might be able to upgrade. Wait a minute. Nope, this is fully upgraded. Yeah, we're good with this. This doesn't do anything for me. Right?
Ships
Let's
won't
look.
be the last ones on our
I don't think
horizon.
upgrading that other one's going to do anything for me. What is this going to do for me? 89 damage reduction, which is kind of... This is 89, 20% damage reduction. 18. This does damage reduction and plus 3 damage reduction during the day. Increases your health restoration. What is this one doing? 2% of your attack damage is restored as essence. This gives me essence, which could come in handy too. So I think we'll stick with this. That's a pretty good thing there. During the day, plus 3% damage reduction, plus 3% additional damage reduction. So I'm getting... I'm going to get 21 damage reduction, and then... Or 21% damage? No, wait, what's the percentage? Yeah, 21% damage reduction, and then 92 additional damage reduction, which is pretty good. We're going to leave what we got on. We're going to go with that.
It's not the ships I'm worried about. It's the swords.
I hate to
The
spill blood over
swords.
politics, but if not now, when? Our freedom is on the line.
Exactly right, Yara.
Alright, let's get out of here. Yeah, I think for this last battle, you should be able to take everybody with you. Wait a minute. They are all here. Are they all coming with? Well, yeah, it looks like they are. Well, that's kind of cool. Alright, let's,
Yeah.
Still can't get the right button, can I? Okay, where are the bad guys? That's what I gotta figure out. This guy's a bad guy.
Look out!
Protect the envoy! Never had a chance! I was worried for a
So is
second.
everybody here? They're all here. Do I have to, hold on just a second. I didn't think of, I had to upgrade anybody else. Companions are good, okay. No fast travel allowed. I'm gonna take junk anyway, no matter what. Let's see. These guys are, they're good, I guess? Okay, let's go this way where we're supposed to go. These guys bad guys here? They are.
You're going to regret this!
Hey, my troll is here. Or the big guy. How about that? Is he eating up? That's pretty funny. Oh, he dodged. Nice dodge. So our troll buddy's here.
You
Can I talk to him?
arrived. We shall tear your enemies apart.
I like it. I think this is kind of cool that they let all your companions come for the last battle. So are we close? I'm thinking that's the final battle right there. Is it? Because I don't want to start that. Let's see. Well, I got a good team with me here. Where is the sorceress? Where's she at? Really? Hit him. Really? Stuck behind this tree all the time. Damn it! It's beating up on that guy. That's long. Oh, somebody hitting me? What's going on?
Another soul for the wheel. We'll get the next one here.
Are we good? Alright, let's clear up this mess. Yeah, what happened to the mage girl? We helped her out, man. I hear screaming. Listen, that's pretty funny. Alright, let's go get the rest of the pieces and the bits. Oh, that's the troll up there, okay. Alright, let's gather everything. This is the battle here, isn't it? Yeah, let's hold off. Let's do another video. Let's do a video all by itself. What's in here? Anything? And And let's before I do that, let's look at my I don't want to be overburdened here. Let's look around while we get rid of some stuff we don't need. This. Is that it? Meteor blade. We got these two things. I'm going to keep both of those for now. I mean, I don't even know what the hell good that's going to do. This is what I wanted to check out. I have some deerskin gloves. What good are those? I think this is my best bet here. 2 dexterity and 100% stamina. There's no doubt about that. What does dexterity do again? Attack speed and action speed. Let's see what I've got. Damage reduction. Critical hit chance, critical hit damage, current loadout, critical hit bonus 3%, 3%, critical hit. I think we're doing okay with all of this stuff. The totem blessing, what is this? Oh, the berserker boots. Okay, this is what I wanted to see. What stuff I'm wearing. 2 dexterity. Maximum essence, critical hit chance is 15%. Ember chain. Your fire damage has a 50% chance to jump to nearby enemies. The brooch of spreading flame. Let's look at the brooch again. And the berserker boots. Okay, berserker boots. Adra battery. 100% maximum essence. That is my armor. Let's look at the brooch. Brooch. This thing here. Whoops. Where is it at? The brooch of spreading flame. Your fire damage has a 50% chance to jump to nearby enemies. I don't know if that works with my rifle, because my rifle does some fire damage. Right? Let's look. Bullets deal low fire accumulation. I don't know if that works with the rifle or not. I took this off here. With this one here, we took off. Where's the other thing at? The steel garrote medallion. This one. 2 resolve. What's resolve? Maximum stamina. I think I might want to go back with that. Where's that at? The steel garrote medallion. I get +2 resolve. Let's put that back on. Or 2 might. My might is pretty high. That would give me 11 at might. I would be 11 at might, which I don't know what that would bring that up to, but because right now I'm +3, 20% damage. Maximum stamina is good to have, though. What was the stamina? Plus what? +2 resolve, as opposed to +2 might. Let's see what that gives me. Oops, put it back on. 11 might. Oh, it only gives me like 1% more damage? That's all? Really? Let's look at my character over here. Damage reduction, additional damage reduction, critical hit chance. That only gave me a 2% jump in damage? I think I would rather go with the stamina then. Is it this one? I get +3 might. Wait, what is this? That got messed up. Not 2 might, +3 might. What does that do? 12, 27%. As opposed to resolve. Okay, so that give me 4% more damage. if I use that as opposed to 7% or 31% maximum stamina. Or 25% maximum stamina. 27 damage. Stamina is going to be probably really important because I'm going to be whacking on some tough guys, man. Be whacking on some tough guys. Let's put this one back. Let's put the stamina back on. Steel Girl. What else we got? Power attacks cause larger hit reactions. I don't know what that means. It causes a larger hit reaction. I have no idea what that means. You know, a lot of this stuff is kind of cryptic in here. A larger hit reaction. Pistols and Aquabus. Plus 4 Constitution. It's Constitution. Health and bleed resistance, okay. Disciples Ring, maximum X essence, I don't need that. Damage reduction. 20% damage against beasts and wilders. Ring of minor deflection. Conjure magical homing projectiles that bounce between targets. That's interesting. The screams in the background is pretty funny. Wayfarer's Ring. Okay, so we're back up here again. Dexterity and perception. That doesn't do anything for me, right? Dexterity is attack speed. Perception is critical hit chance. Okay, maybe. Summons a ruinous blight to fight with you. And then how long does that last? You know, how long does that last? It doesn't tell you. Summons a ruinous blight. That's those rock things, isn't it? The things that are kind of like floating around. I'll keep that in the back of my head. I think we're going to be as good as we can get right here, with the exception of that. I don't know. They don't tell you how you summon it. It just says it summons it. I don't know how it summons a ruinous blight unless it's in your wheel somehow. Let's look at that real quick. Let's hook that up. Four options. Huh. What's this? Is this it? Earth Friend. Huh. Let's see if that is in your character abilities. Earth Friend. Bear Ally, Fury of Blows. Armored Essence. What's this over here? Arcane Veil. I'm just trying to find something that tells you how long it lasts. Nothing tells you how long it lasts. Let's go back. A ranger or a fighter. Where's the bear ally at? A bear ally. The duration is 30 seconds. The cooldown is 25 seconds. So I suppose it could be similar to... I guess we'll try it. Let's see what happens. So that's over here. That's right there. We'll see. See how that works. Anyway, so... Good crowd. Good team. I like it. So everybody's coming in with me. The big guy coming in too. Everybody's coming in there. Awesome. So, it should be fun if you're watching. Thanks for watching. See ya.